played a lot
My
of
name's
it,
Peter.
so
My friends call me Pete.
it's had a few upgrades. There's been a new one called Gloom and Shrooms, something to do with mushrooms, and a brand new master boss, the Brood Mother, I think her name is, which I'm looking forward to meeting and running away from. Just check all systems are go on the yeah, we're good.
Where in the world are you?
Okay. So if anyone has watched Honey, I Shrunk the Kids from the 80s,
All right, Pete.
you'll know all about this game.
Training. Step 1, get your bearings.
I don't say it's a bit. Okay, we've been shrunk. Oh, look at the little... Look at that, little spaces for us. So we've been shrunk by our father's mad experiments. And now we are lost in the back garden. And the back garden looks like this. It's pretty cool. It's crafting, it's space making. It's early access at the moment, so there's not much storyline, but you know, that's all to come. As you can see. It's very pretty. There's
Wow,
giant
look at the
baseball.
size of that Chunky Chubb's league-approved baseball. It's the size of my dang house.
It's a Chunky Chugs league approved baseball. So, as you expect,
I'm not going to be happy about this. Well,
it's a garden that's...
I always wanted to go on an adventure.
I'm going to let him finish speaking. I don't want to keep talking over him. This garden's just full of things to pick up. Ooh, that you can use to craft. Sprigs, stones. You can chop most things down if you've got the right tool. It's populated by spiders, beetles, stink bugs, these little aphid fellas. Hi. You can make armour. It's really cool. It's multiplayer co-op online at the moment. And the developers, who I think they were the guys that developed Las Vegas, Fallout Las Vegas. So, you know, fairly accomplished team. They're the guys who made that, so you know, they're fairly active. Obviously they get attacked online for not knocking out enough content, but don't all things. So you go into this inventory option, you're crafting, you've got inventory, status, you get mutations, which are like traits basically that you can apply. You can have 3 traits at once, so you can mix and match them depending on what you're doing. Craft, you can craft tools. At the moment, very little to craft. You have to sort of discover things to craft food, but you can craft bases, all sorts of things. It gets really complex. That's the map. Okay, it's just one back garden at the moment. I do believe they're going to expand this into multiple back gardens, but that is just hearsay and talk. I don't know. You get quests a little further down the line, data, and so on. This is your... You've got like a little arm, a forearm device, much like Fallout actually. It's called the Scab, and it has all your information on it. That's it on his little hand there. Alright, anyway, I'm going to make a tool quickly, because it's always good to have a weapon. Let's get that weapon out. Go a little hot bar at the bottom. So you have to eat and drink. You look at the bottom left hand corner, you've got health, you've got energy, which is the red and the green bar, and then you've got the blue and the yellow in the middle, water and food, which obviously explain themselves. So what little storyline there is at the moment sort of is all at the beginning of the game, which I'm going to go into now. I'm going to follow the markers. Excuse me, and get on with it. Come self a spear. So yeah, just a thing there, you know, to chop. You can't chop stuff down without the right tool, so you need an axe to chop that sort of thing down. Grass. Oosh. Nice jump mechanism. So these little labs are dotted around the garden. I have to have some water. I sound like I'm a croaky old frog. Wait a second. Yeah. Okay, that's a bit better. Okay, so these little science labs that are around. These sort of cryptic stuff in it. And you can use these to scan things that you pick up. You get 3 scans per charge. It has to recharge. Takes a day, I think. So I can scan this. And this will unlock recipes, things I can make. Trail markers are particularly useful. Let's scan this pebble. Make a pebblet axe. You can chop down grass with that. And let's scan this. Plant fibre, which importantly can be used to make crude rope. But you can also make first aid with those. You just need another little item as well. So there you go. I think I'll quickly craft an axe as well. Silky sprig. That's quite good. We'll go for an axe. Just need to make some rope. I think I can make some rope. Yeah. I need 3 plant fibres. Need to get some more plant fibres. They're everywhere. I mean, they're literally everywhere. So I like all craft build games at the start. It's fairly sort of craft intensive, where you try and get up to speed, but then after a while you tend to have a lot of things and you just have to sort of you have to pick up as many things and you have to search for as much stuff. I'm just waffling. Anyway, following the trail, okay. I thought I saw a spider then. You don't want to meet spiders this early in the game. So I've just got myself an axe. Ah, look, there's a little aphid. Believe it or not, you can kill this thing, cut its head off and use the head as a gas mask. He's not an aphid, he's a weevil, sorry. Got the name wrong. I'll leave him to it at the moment. But yeah, so with these things, with the stone axe, can't get this frog out my throat, you can chop down grass. Grass then splits into planks. Planks can be then used to build things. At the moment I can't scan anymore because I've used my 3 scans up, I believe. Yeah, I've used my 3 scans up. And you can also drop stuff down in neat piles, which is important later on as you start base building. Alright, I love all the detail, all the roots and stuff poking through. These are different. You can't chop these down with your axe. You need something a bit more substantial. This is the equivalent of wood. So the grass is a bit more easy to cut down. This is sort of wood, so you make more substantial structures with that. Alright.
The size of that thing.
It's really annoying me, this cough. Okay, we've arrived at the mysterious machine. These guys. God, can't stand these guys. Yeah, so, just while we're here, you can drink the water. But it's nasty water, and I mean, the punishment is it makes you hungry. It doesn't make you ill at the moment. I don't know if they're going to change that. It just makes you hungry. Okay, and as you can see, because I've killed something, I picked it up. I'm getting all these recipes popping up in the corner. I've killed a gnat. I think that allows me some of the stuff I've harvested from the gnat. Allows me to A, cook their meat, and B, I think make a bow and arrows to start a bit, but anyway. So, the mysterious machine. This is the mysterious machine. Let's go on to it. So you can see things that are small are massive. So there you go, some microchips in here, some processors, and motherboard. And I love this. I mean, I just think it's ace. It's just beautiful detail. So this machine is a mystery. So it's the first part of the game. Okay, so hello phone. So, we've got a science of maximum power, maximum, then we've got a target, activate, and emergency buttons. So we can, as you can see, we can click on target.
Curiosity killed the tiny pizza. Well, looks like this thing hooks up with those lasers. I don't think that worked properly. It seems like the machine needs all 3 lasers to function. Maybe there's a way to fix them?
Maybe there is. Maybe there be. Alright, so yeah, you just told it there. So these lasers are firing up to these laser towers that are set in the distance a little bit. It's got that sort of blurred effect, hasn't it? Which I quite like. You can turn it off. You can turn that distance effect off, but I quite like it. It makes it a little bit more mystical. So what you've got to do is, to start with, is get these 3 lasers working properly. This one, got intermittent beam effect. This one seems to be working fine. This one, and we can see the laser is hitting that blade of grass. Okay, and we can deal with that straight away. So let's get to that one. Let's chop this down. So you hold to get a heavy hit, and you can just hit once, go light hit. I think it's more cost effective in terms of weapon wear to do heavy hits. Okay, so there you go. That one's working. That one's working. Just this one working. So this one's got an intermittent problem. The problem isn't here. it's with the laser tower itself. So that's whilst we're looking at these things, you can see these dandelion stalks. Very useful. And chop these guys down. Which is key useful material, but they also drop. Okay, they also drop their little stalks, and these you use not to fly but to float, falling with style. So you can put these in your inventory, put it in your over here in your glider, and so now if I'm falling from something, I can activate that and it will make me float. As you can see, we've got armor slots here. You can also carry something in your left hand. There's the nap meat to be picked up. Alright. So, I think it gives you a clue there. Find whatever is weakening one of the lasers. Look. So it's telling me there's a drop of water on that. So water is... you can find ways of collecting water as the day goes on, as the game goes on. But to start with, it's a little more difficult to get at. But you can just... There you go. Just wax that and the water drops down. You just drink that droplet. If you see bottom left corner, the blue one.
Nice and clean.
There you go. It pops up a little bit. You can also eat wild mushrooms that you find. So they are. Let's see if I can see any around here. Mushrooms. They're quite prevalent as well. Food and water isn't too bad to start with. They don't make that too punishing. There's another big water drop. You can fashion canteens and so on to carry water about, and so it becomes less and less difficult. Okay, so this is that laser tower with a laser that's working intermittently. This lovely detail here, this old leaf holes in it. Cool, huh? Alright, so as you can see, oh yeah, there's my block, by the way. So you can hold block, and your block will hold for a little while whilst it's been attached, but it will eventually wear away and the attack will get through. Okay. You also get this threat detected noise. Oh, I could have blocked that. Each animal has its own sort of distinct attack pattern, which you sort of get to know after a while. With some things it makes it a little bit easier, I would say. But oh, hello. These guys aren't really much trouble. So the problem with this is that the grubs are eating through the electrics. Right, I'm going to go up here, but it's probably going to kill me. How do I left shift to use my... Okay, just a little view up here of what we're looking at. If I fall off, I might get hurt here, but I've got my dandelion seed to float on with. So you can see it's got various distinct areas over there. It's called the haze or something like that. But this weed killer's been released over there, and you have to go into there with a gas mask. There's various elevations like the stone with the rake on it. Certain things live on there. Picnic tables over there. Get around this side a little bit. There's a hedge over there that has various things in it. A pond behind that, and then there's also the tree over there which has a pond behind that as well. Quite a large pond with a basin of various things. So that's the garden so far. There's, as I say, I think there's more to come. Let's try it. There we go. Yeah. Hang time. So your seed wears out after a while, but you get to use it a little bit. For that, I think it takes a good 5 or 6 goes. Alright, let's get to this. Get up there. So that's why this laser is intermittent, because... Oh, over here. Aha, see? Blocks. Health-wise, if you have full health, full hunger, if your food bar's full, then your health will slowly grow back up. Otherwise you can bandage yourself. Okay, so I've got to follow this wire down into here. It will get dark in here, which has its own issues. I'm going to follow this. And I'm going to pick up some of these things. I only know this because I've done this part before. I don't want to go back out. Maybe I'll be able to fight in here. Maybe I'll be able to do it this way. Come on, guys. I'm going to go out and make myself a torch. Come on, let's go. Okay. Oh, well, what I'm first going to do is I've got a little marker there. Some mushrooms. I'm going to go find some food to eat. Unless I can craft a fibre bandage. No, I need some sap to do that. Okay, got a little burn going into there, so let's go eat and heal up before I go back in there. But what I can make now is some torches. So let me just find them. Oh yeah, and you can see some recipes are popping up now for building. Okay, but I can't find my torch. I did pick up some. Yeah, I did. Okay. We'll come back to that in a minute. Right, let's go find some food, otherwise I'm going to starve to death. Let's follow this. Here you go. Some mushrooms. There we go. So these grow everywhere. You can start growing them yourselves. You make these little flowering vegetable patches. As you can see, they've popped up on my hot bar. So we can have some. I love Brussels sprouts. What are you on about? Brussels sprouts are nice. Good for you. Okay, so as you can see now, my health's going up. Alarm going off in the room. My health's going up now because my stomach is full, so you have to stay on top of that. So you make bandages and you're pretty good. I just need to make a oh, there you go, slime mold torch. Let's make one of those. Alright! Okay, so you can put the torch in your other hand, so you have one hand to have your axe, the other hand to have oh look, so the last time I played things weren't flying in the air. Not really. Look, there's a bee. Ooh. I know you can make bee armour. Hi. Are you, did they attack you? Interesting. Thistle bush here, very interesting thing. You can knock thistle needles off it. You can do it with this, or I need a hammer to do it. But then you can use those needles for crafting as well. Most things you can knock down and use to make something else. It's excellent in that respect. Alright, okay. So here's some sap. Again, you can make a little sap bowl to catch that sap. And if I had a hammer, I could break it off entirely. But that should allow me now to make a fibre bandage. There you go. So, and all these are popping up in my hotbar. As you can see, fibre bandages are number 8. Now also can make an eye patch. I don't think an eye patch has any armour effect on you. It just looks cool. Alright, let's go back to here. Go back down the hole. What I would also like, before I go down there, is a pebblet hammer. So I need some rope.
It's getting quite late. I should construct some shelter and get some sleep.
It is getting late, isn't it? Okay, so unless you've got a structure to go to sleep in, then you have to stay up all night. Which obviously isn't great. So lean to only clover leaves and sprigs. Right, sprigs aren't a problem. Clover leaves. Clover leaves, I need to. Oh, go clover leaves. These are clover leaves. As I say, things, it's pretty easy going in terms of the crafting. This is clay. You can use that, you get a spade and you can start digging that out. That helps you make walls and more structures. Okay. Get a couple of sprigs. So all this grows back as well. I mean, you know, you chop this stuff down. A few days later, it grows back. So you have to, if you make a base, you have to sort of maintain it. You can leave the stumps of the grass stalks, and they will just grow back in the same place. But you know, these little things grow into bigger things, grow into bigger, and you know, you end up with the grass blades everywhere. So, okay, let's go back. Let's do this quickly. Up. One of the joys of this game is travelling above the leaves. If you can do it. Okay, right. Let's put the that in my other hand. Hang on a minute.
My mom always says I light up a room.
Okay.
Choke it down, Pete. Ugh, it's worse than Dad's Brussels sprouts.
Okay, so back down here, you go torching up. Let's clear this wire. Of any of these rascals. Okay, it's working again. So down here as well, importantly, quartzite. You use this to make some of the better weapons. That's why I was looking for the ingredients for a hammer. I can't make a hammer at the moment, annoyingly. Oh, wait a minute. I can make a hammer at the moment. Okay, I'm just going to switch to my hammer. Where's my hammer? I just made a hammer. Did I not just make a hammer? I just made that. Oh no, I made a bloody axe, you idiot. I need that. Oh, I messed that up. I'll come back. Take some more of those. Let's get out of here. Oh, back of axe is never bad. So there are things like ants' nests to go down into, spiders' nests, which you know, never go into, and all sorts of things like that. But we'll have a look at those. We'll have a look at them tomorrow. Let's go find a spider after this. So we've done the lasers. All the lasers now are working magnificently. Yeah, all working. So before we build our shelter for the night, we can activate the device. Let's do a cutscene. Synthwave.
My bad?
Okay, so there you go. Mysterious Machine Part 2. Investigate the Mysterious Machine, which we've done. Now investigate the explosion at the oak tree. That's the oak tree. So, yeah, we're doing okay. I think let's just find a few bits of rock so we can make our pearl-blit hammer. Then maybe make our lean-to ready for the night. Yeah, I'm going to go to the oak tree tonight because there are spiders around there. Don't really want to be running around over night time. In all honesty, on your own, maybe not. No. Maybe with some friends or something, which might be a good idea. But on your own, you can quickly get overpowered. So here's one of the items that you can find discarded in the garden. So this is a fruit box, Tropicop. And what you get from these is a daily source of water in this instance. So there should be around here somewhere. Not much, but there's sometimes there's more, sometimes less. A drink, and there you go. And it's a meal as well, so a bit of both there, which is superb. And there's lots of stuff like this. Look at the detail. Best 0990 refrigerator for opening. There's lots of items like this that you find in the garden that have been discarded. Food, toys, those sort of things. So settle down for the night, find a little spot. There you go, here's some more of the fruit punch. Is that a ladybird? Let's go have a quick look down here. Okay, so we've got ladybirds.
Hark! Yonder lady of the clover forest. On what errand does the day find you?
Okay. I saw a spider as well, which I wasn't. Oh yeah. Not too keen on. But ladybirds, they're pretty cool. They don't attack you on sight, but you do end up fighting them or hitting them to get their armour off them. The AI gets red glowing eyes when it's angry, when it's being aggroed by something. As I say, you have to hit the ladybirds to start them aggroing. Sadly not the same for the spiders, which over here you can see the ominous moving of the grass leaves. There you go, these are spiders, these are cool. Chase music. Get me here. Dodge stuff, dive and got started. They have a hard time navigating through the grass blades, so you just have to be on your toes. Oh god, there's still after me. That is one angry spider. Okay, and you get that chase music, which frankly doesn't help. Makes you more nervous if I'm honest. Alright, so let's craft a base. A lean-to. Yeah. Space to construct, let's put it down here. And then you just e-build or you hold it and you super build. Okay, right, that's new. So you can relocate that or recycle it, that's nice. We're just going to go to sleep in it. And let's sleep. This sets the respawn point, so if I die I'll start here again. And it also cycles it round till morning. So look, lovely the different states of the day are really good. The morning looks misty, the sun's low for the first hour. Time is 6:08, so you scab tells you the time here. Obviously, yeah, every 5 seconds or so is a second in game time. That is a minute in game time. Right, so we're going to go. I don't know, Siri said it could recycle this, didn't it? Let's pick it up. Can we recycle it? No, X to recycle. Okay, alright, so you get some of the elements back. Excellent. That's useful. Right, so let's head towards the oak tree. That was the next part of the quest. So investigate. So we saw the mystery machine blow up. And there's ants there. There you go, ants again. Yeah, ants again. The normal ants, fairly friendly, fairly inquisitive about you. They will come into your base and steal stuff from your base. But if you hit them, then you know all sorts of trouble kicks off. They'll come back with their friends. They'll bring soldier ants. But you can follow ants to find food resources. And to follow them into their ant base, and there's stuff down in their ant base as well, so they're pretty cool, ants are. Get some mushrooms. Okay, so yeah, need to
Better than starving, I
eat
think.
and drink. We'll go back to the fruit box. Some of the juice should have respawned. As you can hear, there's a crow nearby. It's massive, the crow. It's like the size of a building. At the moment, it doesn't hurt you. Let's have a look at the map. Where are we? Juice boxes somewhere over here. Yeah. But like I say, you can drink this water, it's just better not to. If you can avoid it, don't do it. There you go. Nice big blob of juice. Thank you. Alright. To the giant oak. Some more here. So running on the bottom left-hand corner, running is the uses up your stamina, which is the green bar. You don't ever really want to run that. Run that green bar all the way down, just in case you meet a spider and you need to move. All right, so you've just heard I've got like an alarm, and if you look on my scab on my bottom left-hand side, there's a little purple picture of what looks like a sort of hut and 2 green dots either side of it. So that is like a scanner that tells you there's a science lab nearby. So the green dots get stronger or weaker the closer you get, so you can use it to sort of zone in on items. So it's getting stronger following this way. Now I've got to be careful because we've got a spider base there. Oh look, the crow's on the laser. You can see the crow there. It's massive. You can sort of see it over there. Yeah. I gotta be careful. At the start of the game, you haven't got much armour. It's not really worth fighting too many things, unless you're very proficient at the timing and dodging and ducking and diving, because you die just so quickly. When you die, all your items get dropped. Your little bag gets shown on the map. Ah, look. A field station, and you can see in the bottom left-hand corner the little pink purple hut. It's got 3 green bars next to it. So, okay. Yeah, when you die, you drop all your items, and your bag is left where you died, and you have to go back and retrieve it. So you don't lose everything. You've just got a sort of perilous run without any goods on you. Okay. Okay, cool. Or a log.
Dominant Practical Technologies, Dr. Wendell Tully, Science Division, log 87.12.18, 87.12.19. It's past midnight now, but the covalent space reducer prototype is complete. Otherwise known as the shrinking machine, I've dubbed it the Spacer. I should get some rest, but the kids are already asleep. Trudy's given up and gone to bed, and I'm eager to find out if all these months of work were worth it. Everything should be sound, but you never know until you flip the switch.
Mm-hmm.
Well, here goes nothing.
Didn't sound good, did it? Okay. We'll leave that alone.
Supplemental log, complete failure. Oh, why do I even try? I'll clean this mess up in the morning.
So if you've seen Honey, I Shrunk the Kids, that's what's sort of going on. Your dad's trying to make a shrinking device, and it doesn't work, but it suddenly works when the kids are around. Okay, so I can do some more analysing things.
Science!
Okay, I didn't know that. That's a shame. Cloverleaf. Oh wow, there you go. So clover poncho, clover shin guard. So I can make some armour from clover, which is good, and some building stuff, some roof bits. Let's analyse the sap as well. Okay, more. Spiders found me. Okay. Wow, that's going to Oh, this is an old weaver spider. Quite an introduction. Well, I've done no real favour. Early on in the game, get some spider bits. Oh my god, that's great. Okay. So I got some web fibre, I got some spider bits, so they sort of dissolve. Yeah, so what have we got from that? I'm getting out of here because it's a bit dangerous. There's this little low wall. You see it's got little nails on. You can build a base on the top of that. You can build a base pretty much anywhere in this game, which makes for some interesting possibilities. Preferably not where the spiders are. Alright, where's that bee? I don't know whether bees are friendly or not at the moment. I know there are mosquitoes as well. So I'm a little bit cautious about what... I don't know what goes on with these flying things. Alright, are these guys friendly? God. No! Oh my word. Wow. Well, there you go. That's what happens when you die. I lost my spawn area because I took down my base, didn't I? I took down my my lean-to for the night time, so I lost my spawn point. There's something to learn. There you go. Mosquitoes. Don't mess with those guys. So you at least start with a weapon that you have in your hand, which is useful.
Something's afoot.
Yeah, that's true. There's some things that are buried under the ground. They're grubs. You can make various bits from them. From those, should I say? Okay, this is like a little mint box, which you can get into. I think you need a hammer to get into it. And there's mints in there. And believe it or not, you make the most powerful weapon out of the game with those mints. It's this. Well, it was the most powerful weapon in the game. I'm not sure whether it is anymore, but it's like a hammer. Okay, so I've got to run back to my bag. There you go, my bag. And you don't get any damage of the materials or loss of equipment at the moment anyway. If I had armour on, that would have been damage from me dying from their attacks, but obviously not. So there you go. I didn't know. Last time I played, there weren't any flying creatures in the game, so it's all brand new to me. And mosquitoes aren't friendly, right? Spiders' webs. Knock these down to get web fibre. You can also get caught in them, and that will be the end of you. The spiders will come. Alright. So I guess I could have kept running then. Probably would have been the best thing to do. There you go. So, mosquitoes. Not friendly fellows. Right. Okay, so here we are. The oak tree. Beautiful looking structure. Be warned, there is the worst spider, commonly found spider in the game is around here. It's not that one, not the old weaver, it's called the wolf spider, and it actually growls like a wolf, which is quite intimidating. But here you've got things like these oak acorns, which you can use to construct things. Can I craft a pebblet axe yet? Okay, let's make some rope. Make some rope. Did I make another axe? I made another axe. It's like I've got a strange stupidity to me. Okay. So with a hammer, you can break open things that you couldn't before and get access to new building materials. There you go. So these things are popping up in my scan. Right. Anyway, spider is glitching out. Can anyone say early access? Alright. So if you remember, there was an explosion from the machine, a mystery machine that led to the this oak tree. So I just need to find where I went. There's the pink mess. There it is. Okay, it's there. There you go. That's where the big explosion. But this is the pond, which is pretty wonderful. There's a lot to see and do. There's actually a base in there. There's a killer koi carp, various new things that will kill you, or that you can farm and kill yourself and make things from. I can hear wolf spider sleeping. Okay, I don't like that. There's the wolf spider, fast asleep, snoring. See that bad boy there? So if you do get melee stuff, and you can fire bows and throw things, which would be a good thing to do from up here. When you're playing with co-op, it's really good. So one of you can be on the bow, one of you can be doing hand to hand. Great game for playing co-op, to be honest. Okay, we're going to ignore him for the moment. I'm going to float down into this. Another little shot of the land. Right, so this is where it wants us to investigate. So another little base. These have been crafted and built around the garden by your dad. Ooh, eat.
Oh. Worse than my mom's Brussels sprouts.
Okay. Let's create this underground subterranean lab field that's been devastated by an explosion, which we didn't cause.
Those look like idealized geometric shapes in that paint thing.
Of course they are.
They can't be real.
Everything's locked. That's pretty cool, huh? Alright, so we've got this. This is... you power up your base, this base anyway, so you've got to, by process of elimination, push these buttons until you get them all green. I couldn't tell you what the pattern is, I just went to push them. It tends to work. Okay, there you go, so we've powered up this lab. And we've activated the robot defenders, which is a real pain. Get off me, get off me. These are real hit and run guys. Ooh. They hit pretty hard. Ow. Now, we'll have a little bandage there. Sometimes the quicker hits are better than the charge one, particularly with the spear. Now I could be blocking this, but I'm not really too sure where the blocking is going. I've got no armour, so if I don't time the block right, I'm going to get hurt. Okay. There you go, get some raw science. So raw science is used as a sort of way of paying to buy new traits and new build items. So you'll see, I won't spoil it too much. But you can pick up raw science as you navigate yourself around the map. Okay, so that's powered up this facility, the Oak Lab. Yeah, it's pretty cool. Lovely style. Camera up there. It's obviously powered by some huge batteries. Nimble quick batteries. Raw science. This is science. I'm sure about getting caught in between those as they spark. I don't think I want to try what that does. And this is where we come to meet our friendly robot.
Let me try to help!
Okay, let's get him up. Get up, Bug, you waster!
Thanks for the helping hand. I am Burgle, acting science manager for this project. I am also a robot. I am sure this all must be very disorienting for you, but hopefully I can explain. I suspect you were miniaturized and brought here by the eminent researchers. Unfortunately, this is all speculation, because a power surge has knocked out all the systems in this lab. I don't suppose you would know anything about that.
Nope.
No, why would you? Okay, moving on. The batteries here are completely drained, so we'll need to charge them up. In the meantime, I'll stay here and work on repairs. I'm also happy to answer whatever questions you might have.
Okay, so he's like our
Hello
narrator.
there. Acting Science Manager Burgle
You
at
have
your
to do various
service.
things. Like I say, you can trade those raw science points that you pick up for various upgrades to weapons, to armor, those sort of things. So, what should I be doing
Thinking
now?
about it, why don't you work on building a bigger base first? It seems like the insects in the yard have been getting a little riled
So
up.
his suggestion is to build a base.
No, there is no phone. But that is a good idea. You look
call
like
my
you still
parents.
have questions.
Okay.
A question about me? Dr.
Yeah,
Tully,
okay.
while he was working on designs for an automated burger restaurant to be licensed to Roby's Burgers.
Okay, so he was going to be a burger
There were
robot.
14 other burgle prototypes created, but alas, I am the only one who remains. The others were all scrapped. Cooking, flipping, grilling. I have been adapting my functionality with the assistance of Dr. Tully. I am also trained in organization, data science, and mustache
He's a
grooming.
very fetching moustache he's
Though
got.
I suspect you will not be needing the latter for a year or two. You look like you still have
science
as
check.
acting science manager. It is
What is raw
definitely
science?
not cook science. I'm afraid I cannot give you a more helpful explanation. Its true nature eluded even to Dr. Tully. What I can say is that we observed it to be a byproduct of the experimentation process. Anything more than that would be pure as acting science manager. I am that is one of Dr. Tully's most ingenious inventions. A portable
Let's go
device
through
which
these
can monitor
briefly.
your vital signs by tapping directly into your blood. Quite the elegant as acting science manager. You look as acting science manager. You look like you still have questions. Is there anything else I can?
Okay.
If you have any extra raw science, bring me more of my lost research chip.
Okay, so he's got nothing for us at the moment. But we need to find some chips first so he can do some
It is
research
nice
for
to
us.
see the
Work
three
for him.
bold
So you
quests
can
arrive
get
each
missions from
day.
this guy, so here we go, you can take or leave them. Craft an acorn shell for 250 points, we'll take that. Find the sunken treasure Burgale chip, so if one of his chips is somewhere sunken treasure makes you think it's in the pond. Finally, analyse some raw aphid meat, very easy to do, just get some aphid meat and then take it into one of the lean-tos. There you go. So that's Burgale, some more raw science there. Nice chunk, that's Burgale. Oh,
Always happy to see a repeat
I found a
custom
burger chip.
upgrade as good as good ketchup on fries.
so he just slots it into
Is
his
there
head.
anything else I can help you with? If
Food
you have
symbol
any
science.
extra raw science.
Okay, there you go. So I guess that means that the more of those chips you get, the more that you can unlock of these sort of upgrades you can do. So here you can see an upgrade for the scab scanner monitor that allows to detect nearby raw science, which is useful. More story bases, torch upgrade, 45 bases, meat shield, signs. So the more chips you get, the more upgrades are available. There you go.
Verbal transcription unit 87.10.25. Order number 73.
I find it a wonder that the Burgle Mark IVs never caught on. I believe them to be far superior to the Mark IIIs. Those never lived up to my expectations.
How's that?
They can only calculate post-cooking burger weights to the nearest tenth of a pound. And
Okay,
they
so
only
you
had
can.
enough memory for one seasoning module, salt or pepper.
Well,
All
yeah, not
solved
really
with your
equipped
Mark
for that at the
IVs,
moment.
not
It's
to
sort of
mention
a
your most excellent moustaches.
Thank you. I will
finished.
never
Have you
forget this
finished?
moment.
Okay, it's finished. Yeah, this is. You can explore down here, but it's quite tough. There's a lot of ants down there, warrior ants, soldier ants, should I say? And you really need armor to take those boys on.
It is nice to see a friendly face around here. Have a great day.
Okay. All right. So there you go. We've explored that, and what are we doing? So we've got some work to do. Analysing a grass plank at a resource analyzer. Build a workbench and set your respawn point at your lean-to. Okay. Time to build a base, really, is what it's telling us. Time to get base building. Which is where a lot of the fun starts. And the day's getting long. Okay. She was here before. Can we get this? Not like that, anyway. Okay, so base uses a lot of raw materials, so it uses a lot of grass and wood. So it's better to build a base with those two things readily available. Here's the pond. There's a very deep pond. It is pretty cool. So you can get all sorts of aquatic gear that helps you. Run out of water. Using some water. I'm just floating in air bubbles at the moment, but I need to go get some water. Yeah, you can get flippers and like diving equipment to help you go underwater for longer. Let's say there's some base elements down there. Okay, drink or die. That's pretty serious, isn't it? That's a good list. Okay, clock's ticking. Oh, there's a juice box here. Luckily. Hi, Aphid. Hopefully there'll be some big, nice, juicy bit of the juice. Okay, lovely. So, you start building things like water collectors, so you start getting. That's the armed raspberry punch. Look at that. Let's screen grab that bad boy. Yeah, you can build water collectors eventually, so it didn't take much to get that to that point. If that starts automating some of these things, you just fill up on water every morning and that does you for the day. Alright, more water here, I believe. More juice. We've got the whelp flavoured drink. Yeah. Drop of soda. Okay, I think bees are friendly? I hope bees are friendly. I understand why mosquitoes aren't, but I hope bees are. Okay, well this seems like a relatively good spot to build a base. Yeah, grass around, a lot of resources. Let me just get that done here. Hello.
Who are you talking to?
Stream.
Have you seen the charger for my laptop?
No.
Thanks for the help.
Okay, so that's my daughter moaning, smashing stuff.
Yeah. Your
She's
laptop.
amazing.
Shut up.
Get your nappy on.
What?
Get your nappy. Put your
Ask
nappy
you
on.
to do that. That's my stuff.
I'm going to build a lean-to and
I don't know what that is, but okay.
get ready for the night, and probably might actually stop at this point because it sounds like I've got things to do, and then start again a bit later on. So here you go. Build a lean-to. It's been a nice night. Been a good day. Got quite a few things done. Got 2 days done. Let's get this made. Rotate it with your middle mouse button. Beautiful. So there you have it, that's grounded. There's the house. I'm not sure whether there's any plans to develop that house or not, whether you can get to go inside it. That's where your parents are. And there's lots of speculation on whether you'd be able to escape the garden and go into the neighbours' gardens over these fences. There's another house there. Be interesting to see what happens with that. Oh yeah. Alright, well thanks for watching. I'll end the stream there. And I'll be back with another edition of Grounded. Right, take care. Thanks for watching. Bye. He says that he can't sleep yet. I've got to wait 30 seconds. We'll watch the sun go down together, shall we? Let's do that. beautiful thing. Bee. I want to make some bee armor. Why are there 2 moons? Is that a light on the street outside? I'm not sure. I think it is. Okay, and we're into night. As you can see, our there you go. Our scab's changed colour and gone into night mode. Which tells you that night has fallen, and the night music starts. Alright, that's it. I am going now. Right, thanks for watching. Take care. Goodbye.